Hello guys, welcome back to another video. My name is Maku.
It's Kobayashi.
Another episode for Blue Lock. Go ahead and pop it off for us, Kobayashi.
Yeah, so the very first scene, we get to see Chigiri basically, not trying, essentially, he wants to give up. And then the hothead, Raichi, he's like, "What are you doing, Chigiri? Come on!" And then the ball is actually on Usagi's feet. And Usagi, he's like, "Man, what can I do? What can I do to make, a miracle happen or, to score another goal?"
Yeah, no.
Tie it up.
Yeah, he was desperate for a goal, and at this moment, he said his monster wasn't sensing anything. There was no smell of a goal.
Yeah, there was no goal opportunity.
So he was like, "Bun that. Let me actually,
try
dribble.
to take on the team."
Yeah, let me try to dribble." He was unsuccessful.
Yeah, his dribbling is not good at the moment. And then he loses the ball, and then the team gets mad at him. They're like, "Man, pass the ball, Usagi, man. Don't be a ball hog." And then Usagi, defensively, he's really trying. You can see him slide tackling.
He's trying on both sides of the ball, but there's no help. There's
because everything got leaked. It's 12 on 10. The other team knows how the other players' weapons. They're marking them really closely.
Most of them, because we still haven't seen one.
Yes, yeah, which we'll explain later on. And then it goes to the twins. The twins, I don't know. The twins are low-key just they're dumb looking. They just look so dumb.
They just got ugly eyebrows.
Yeah, and he was like, "Yeah, my big brother says this." Nah, man, shut up, man. Shut up.
So in any case, they take the ball, and it's in the dire moments of the game, right? There's a few minutes left. They're trying to figure out how we're gonna score this last goal to at least tie the game. So then that's where we lead off to.
He goes to Chigiri, because Chigiri, he notices how Usagi is trying so hard. He's like, "Wow, he looks like me from the past."
And we cut off to a flashback.
Yeah, then he goes to the flashbacks, explaining how Chigiri was basically a genius or a natural prodigy.
At least that's what his nickname was, the genius. Right?
The genius, yeah. And then he was actually part of the same high school team of the two weird-looking twins.
Yeah, so the eyebrow boys, they were just they arrived there after Chigiri because he was already there, and they said, "All right, so this is from now on. This is my brother and my team." That's what my brother says.
Yeah, that's what my brother says. It's so stupid. Anyways, Chigiri shuts it down. He's like, "Nah, the team runs through me." They're like, "What are you talking about?"
Well, he actually said the team runs through as a cohesive team. It doesn't run between two players because he believes it's team sport. So he ended up saying, "Oh, this is a cohesive team effort. It's not just you two." And he said, "Oh, is that true?" And then they said that they were gonna verse each other somehow.
Yeah, he said, because I think the two wanted to be forwards, and Chigiri's like, "No, I'm gonna be the forward." Mm-hmm. And then that's why they battle for the position of who's gonna be the striker.
Right.
And then Chigiri, he just speed blitzes them.
Yeah, so that's where we lit off to this specific power. In the flashback, it showed his natural ability is his speed, which again it kind of makes sense because his fear is his MCL tear.
ACL tear, but yeah.
Yeah. So his ACL tear was his fear, and that all stems off of his natural ability, which is speed. In fact, his ability is so good that there was a moment in time where he got injured. I believe he was just running. There was no particular reason.
There's most knee injuries. The non-contact injuries is the most devastating you can get. So if it's let's say a person hits you, it's actually better than you getting a non-contact injury. Literally is the worst.
Yeah, we've seen it in American football countless times.
And in all sports.
Yeah. So in any case, so he got injured, and the doctor even explained to him, "Oh wow, that's why you're really good at sprinting, due to the way your muscles naturally are just fixated on the way they are to sprint way better than you're supposed to." So that's where we see that doctor even explained to him, "You have a very unnatural ability to be able to run really fast." but then the doctor also said, so you need to be a little bit more careful because the next injury could lower your chances of playing football long term.
Yeah, so Chigiri was just scared, so he's doing the rehab, and he's doing rehab quite well. We see him do the leg press. He's
And
walking.
Yeah, and when he was known as a genius or whatever, he had a few fans that would stay outside.
These ugly girls, they're trying to cloud off him. They're like, oh my god, Chigiri. And then they see him, they're like, oh my god, is that the genius sound?
Yeah.
Man, look at him, he's such in a sorry state.
I know.
Man, shut up, bruh.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Ugly too. Anyways, that's not the point. Did I say that they're ugly? No, they're ugly. Anyways, that's not the point. Chigiri, he's he actually gets back to the team. But while he's practicing, he's not running, he's just controlling himself. He's not running at full speed.
Right.
And then the ugly eyebrow twins, they go up to him, they're like, what's wrong, Chigiri? What happened to the genius
Yeah,
ability
sort
you
of.
had?
They were just taunting him.
Yeah.
And like I said
What happened
last
to your
episode,
speed?
yeah, like I said last episode, it actually did get into his head. But I guess when he got older, it didn't get much to his head. He more so just thought of his knee.
He just suppressed it essentially.
In fact, the analogy he got was that there's a bunch of chains on his knees, so he can't really break out as fast as he used to.
Mm-hmm.
So he can run definitely, but he's not gonna.
It's just a mental thing.
Yeah.
For him. So mentally he's chained down, and then there's chains on his mind, and then in the anime and in the manga they specifically put chains on his knee.
Yeah.
But then it cuts to the present. Chigiri looks at Isagi and is like, wow, this guy reminds me of a younger version of me. He's like, what am I doing? He's like, man, I'm just gonna.
I'm actually gonna try. Why am I? He's essentially saying what I think is very logical. Is why even not play football if I'm gonna do the same thing if I get injured? So he actually ended up trying.
Yeah, he's like, man, I'm just gonna risk everything.
Yeah, and then that's when we get the black screen. Whenever in Blue Lock, when you get a black screen, that means that Isagi senses a goal. So Isagi ended up saying, okay, I see it now. And there was literally no one on that side of the pitch. At least
no one on the right flank of the pitch, yes.
And that's what at least everyone saw. Bashira, the Ichigo lookalike, the hothead, they all were like, what are you doing? You're just letting him win the game?
Yeah, because Isagi, he plays Isagi's on the left side. He just plays the ball to the other side essentially, where no one's at, and right to the other team as well.
So this is some Mesut Ozil intuition. He just ended up passing that ball, and then that's where we see Kyon. He was like, oh, you just giving me the game? All right then.
Yeah, and then we see Chigiri's chain just unleash, and he's just running in full speed. And then he gets to the ball first, and then they're like, whoa! And they're just everyone's surprised. And then the twin brother's like, wait, he has his speed back?
Yeah, no, and this is very scummy. They said, no, we gotta tackle him, even if we foul him.
I know we foul him. Yeah, you can get a red card.
Come on.
No, I actually understand that point because you got to do anything to win the game. But did they say that they were gonna hurt him? I don't know. If they say they're gonna hurt him again, then that's really scummy.
No, I mean that's the intention I heard when they said that they were gonna foul him, because they also put this very sinister smirk when they said that. At least, I mean, I don't know if it's a sinister smirk or that's just the way he looks like. To be honest,
they're naturally ugly. Anyways, did I say they were ugly? So he's just running past him full speed. This reminds me of the Gareth Bale goal against Barcelona in the Copa del Rey final. He's just on the right hand side. Bale's on the left hand side, but it's like a mirror reflection essentially.
Yeah.
Just dribbling past him, and then Chigiri, he's just like, man, fuck. And then he just kicks the ball forward, and then they're like, what is he doing? Why is he passing it to the keeper essentially?
No, because he just took a very heavy touch, but everyone thought it was just he just passed to the keeper.
Yeah.
And like I said, it was.
And then this is what most speedsters. This is what most speedsters do in soccer. They just kick the ball forward. But Chigiri, the way he does it is just cooler, in my opinion. Because I don't know, the speedsters in real life when they do it, except Bale. Bale made it look cool too. But I just have bad experiences with speedsters in real life doing it because they make it look so uncool.
For context, a lot of guys in our school, they're not naturally gifted or they don't have any good technical abilities.
They're just
essentially-
fast.
They're
but-
just really fast.
But yeah, no, Chigiri, he's technically gifted as well. So he's running down, and they try to slide tackle him. He jumps over the slide tackle, and then the ball is actually going up to the keeper, and then Chigiri makes this like one-legged like
It's like a volley because he ended up just tipping it with the tip of his toe.
toe, and then he scores. The game's tied 4-4, and then him and Isagi have a moment saying, "Thank you for believing in me." He's like, "No, thank you for actually waking."
Or motivating me
Yeah.
to get back on my feet.
hmm
And they said, "Come on, we gotta celebrate this." And he said, "We." And
He's like, "Oh yeah, come on, we gotta survive Blue Lock together or something."
yeah. And then that's where he said, "We," but not in the context of like the scummy we of like,
Yeah, like
we. What do you
like as a rival, competitive?
like a friendly rivalry that they're
Yeah.
gonna have, which is it kind of illustrates in the context.
hmm So the game's tied 4-4, and then we see the other team. They're kicking Kyon. It was quite funny. They're like, "Man, what? You didn't tell us about Shigiri's weapon?" He's like,
He was like, "I didn't know.
I didn't know. Yeah. And then he starts, and then the other team, I think the Ichigo look like, he's like, "Man, stop this stuff." And then he just starts running off Kyon.
Yeah.
Starts running off like a little rat he is. And then the next scene we see, we actually hear Kyon, he's talking to the next opponent. And we actually get introduced to Nagi, which the manga people know about, and Rio, I want to say. And then I forgot the third guy's name, but they're just showing all their goals. Nagi has the most goals. I think he has 7 goals in this tournament so far. Rio has like 6 goals. The other guy has like 5 goals. I forgot his name.
So I'll put it in the context of the anime viewers. There was the 3 guys that we meet. There was one who was like intelligent. One of them was like some sort of like a mongrel. He was kind of brain dead. And then the third one, which was he was in the middle. I don't know why I put it in that order, but he was in the middle, and he said he was he seemed like the lazy type. But we all know the lazy type in anime, they're like one of the more powerful ones, or
so
in this case, one of the more technically gifted.
Exactly. And then Killen's just trying to offer them. He's like, basically the same offer that he did with the other team. And
Exactly.
the other guy's like, "We don't need your help. We're gonna win regardless." And then Isagi and the rest of his teammates, they were overhearing the whole thing. And then Isagi confronts them.
Well, he ended up saying, "There's no need for that. This is just a game of football." And then that's where Isagi pops up and he says, "You need to put some respect on football's name." And then they all come up here like the Avengers or some odd thing like that.
Yeah, so next episode, I forgot what team they're on, but it's gonna be Team Z versus Team, I don't know.
Whatever team they are, I believe you guys know what they are. Like I said, you guys got any predictions of who will win the match?
Yeah, what's your prediction real quick?
To be quite honest, it's gonna be a very close one. I'm calling it
Because
3-2.
I think they have to win to advance, right?
Yeah.
Obviously,
Yeah,
they're
no.
gonna advance.
Yeah, of course.
Hopefully they advance. I don't know. Nah, I think they advance. I'm calling it that 3-2 is a really good scoreline. I'm gonna go. Dang, that's actually my prediction too, but I don't want to have the same as you. I want to say 4-3. Nah, that's too much goals. That's supposedly the other team's really good. I'm gonna go 2-1, but my original will be 3-2. I said we'll have to change our scores. 2-1, Team Z, and I'm calling Isagi and Chigiri with the goal.
Do you know what I reckon is that they won't count those goals that Kyon scored.
No, I think they will.
You reckon?
Because Ego. Because Irie, she's like, "Ego, are you gonna do something about it?" They're like, "Nah, you gotta let them figure it out."
Oh, true.
Yeah, so Ego.
I guess that's
Ego,
my way, because
I know.
like I said, I don't like dishonesty.
Yeah, no,
He was not very
Ego.
dishonest myself.
Ego didn't like what Kyon did, but he understands why he did it, right?
Yeah.
So, even though it's a scummy way, but the game's a game. You just play the game.
Yeah, true. In any case, guys, as I always say, if there's any anime you'd like us to talk about in specific, please let us know. My name is Maku,
Kobayashi.
and thank you.